You're listening to 5 Minutes Alone with Rodney James, presented by MMALockup.com and Fox Sports 1190, The Fan. On today's show is Ultimate Fighter winner, NCAA Division I All-American wrestler, and UFC light heavyweight contender, Ryan Bader. Ryan, thanks for joining us. How's it going, my man?
Good. Just here in Australia. Got in yesterday and getting on their time and all that and working out and just getting ready.
Yeah, I saw that you had tweeted your arrival in country there. So obviously you came to Australia to take on, is it Perosh or Perosh? I've heard it pronounced both ways.
Yeah, I have to. I call it Perosh.
Yeah, that works for me, man. So how was your weight cut going? It's got to be a miserable weight cut to take such a long flight just a few days before the weigh-in.
Yeah, my weight is actually pretty good, so it wasn't too bad. You know, the layovers is what gets you, because I flew to LA, from Phoenix to LA to Sydney, and Sydney to Brisbane, and then we had a 5-hour layover in LA. So the flight is only an hour from Phoenix to LA, but then wait for 5 hours, get on a 15-hour flight, sit to Sydney, and wait for 3 hours, get on a hour and 15-minute flight to Brisbane. So just something that's part of it though, and I've traveled and fought a bunch in different countries, so I'm kind of used to the whole traveling and flights and all that.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just out of curiosity because, you just seem like a really big guy. How much weight do you have to typically cut before a fight?
I'm probably 220 when I leave, so around 15 pounds. I'll get here and be like 215 just from the flight, and I like to keep. I don't really go upwards of 217, so that's pretty easy. 10, 12 pounds, and I'm good. So that could take an hour or 2 hours, and I'll be fine. So weight's not a big issue for me, like some other people.
Yeah, sounds like you got it pretty well under control, my man. Folks, you're listening to 5 Minutes Alone with Rodney James, courtesy of MMALockup.com and Fox Sports 1190, The Fan. With us is Ryan Bader, who's taking on Anthony Perosh this weekend at UFC Fight Night in Brisbane, Australia. Now, Ryan, you and Anthony Perosh match up extremely well on paper. You're both pretty big 205ers, and you're both really accomplished grapplers, you with the wrestling and him with jiu-jitsu. How do you see this fight playing out?
I feel I'm comfortable everywhere. I think his best attribute would be, on the ground, but more so on top of somebody. I think he has a good jiu-jitsu everywhere, but, so does pretty much everybody else in the UFC these days. So I just feel comfortable. I don't think he can get me down with my wrestling. I feel I have more power and I'm better on the feet. And I feel like he's in trouble also if I get on top of him. So, I'm pretty confident going into this. That being said, he's a great fighter and very experienced, very tenacious, and will come after you. And he comes after his opponent the whole time, and that's how he's finished a lot of guys, getting on top of them, being relentless, either TKOing them or submitting them. So it's going to be a good fight for sure, but I'm looking to go in there and get an impressive win and hopefully stop him.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. I'm definitely going to be checking it out. This is a great card coming up this weekend, so I'm really looking forward to it. Your manager told me that we're kind of short on time, so I just have one more question I've been dying to ask you, because you were the only guy in the UFC who's fought Glover Teixiera and John Jones, both of them as they were sort of on their meteoric rise to the top, and now they're going to fight each other for the championship. I would love to hear your unique perspective on how that fight's going to turn out. Do you have any predictions for Jones versus Teixiera?
Yeah. It's hard to, I got to go, I guess, with Jones right now, because he's been fighting, those 5-round fights. He's been fighting title fights, the top guys, and he has that experience, that whole deal. He's obviously a really good fighter, athlete, the whole 9 yards. But Glover definitely is very, very strong, good jiu-jitsu, and hits really, really hard. So he has the ability to, if he gets inside of John Jones, to definitely knock him out. So I think that's really, which is pretty much every John Jones fight, is, getting inside of his reach, his kicks, his knees, and, his hands. And so if he does that, Glover definitely has a great shot of winning. But as of right now, I probably have to go with Jones just because he's been there and has been doing it at that, the highest level in the championship fight.
I really appreciate that, Ryan. It's very cool to get your point of view on that matchup. It's very, like I said, it's an interesting perspective because you're the only one that's fought both those guys. So very cool. So like I said, we've got to kind of cut this short, so we're about out of time. Is there anything else that you would like to say to the fans or your sponsors, or any shout-outs you'd like to give?
No, I just appreciate the fans, and you can follow me on Twitter at Ryan Bader. You can find out everything about my sponsors and all that. But yeah, just thank you for supporting me in the sport of MMA, and I look to put on a great fight coming here on Friday night.
All right, sir. Well, thank you very much for joining us. I wish you luck, and I'll be checking out your fight this weekend.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.